before we get started, with this last year, we're going to give all the glory and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Ruach Kodash.
All right, double honors to our apostles and elders out of New York, a great millstone. Peace and safety to all the sincere occupants out of pushing this word of truth and sincerity, all right? So shalom. So it's the GMS Atlanta camp, all right? And we just want to do a lesson diving into, man, wake up, man. All right, wake up. Get serious. Because the times that are coming are times, as the scriptures say, that have never been before, man. And you have to really let that sink in, man. Because when you think about, we've seen it, we've seen there's been death on the earth, there's been chariot sightings, but what else is there that's never been before that's going to elapse or eclipse, I should say, everything that you're not even going to worry about nothing that's happened before. You're just going to be in the moment, all right? So we're going to dive right into it and let the scriptures speak. So you want to go ahead and bring that up, Daniel. You can start at the top.
This is Daniel 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up.
Yeah, and at that time is speaking of the time of the return of Yahushua, man. All right? The times that we're quickly approaching. So it says, and at that time, it says what?
Michael, stand up.
Yeah, and that's Michael. That's talking about the archangel Michael. That's not talking about Yahushua. So even with that statement alone right there, we already know that Yahushua is our Savior. His name means he is a deliverer, right? And he's coming back to deliver us. But the fact that the scriptures is telling us that the archangel Michael is going to have to stand up for us. What the hell is going to be happening out here so bad that Yahushua got to come to save us and the archangels?
Come.
Yahushua is the creator of everything in itself already. But we're going to have all, as they say, all guns on deck. You know? Keep going.
The great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation.
Such as never was. All right? And like what inspired this lesson, which I did a little backdrop, was I had a situation earlier today where I was in the gym and I was speaking to this man, ex-Marine, and he was going into basically the depths of this Edomite system, the military, the things that they have. Now, granted, he couldn't speak directly and tell me because you got to think of man as such. He knows his phone is bugged. He knows the capability of these phones. So he was giving vague information, but the information that he was giving was like, it was moving, man. To the point where I was like, man, if you're not serious about this, including, I'm talking to myself first, because I was the one that was talking to him. Like, if you're not serious about what the hell is about to come down the pipeline, you're gonna get swept away, man. Okay? So read that last part again, huh?
And it says, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation.
So what are these other camps speaking of when it's trying to tell us that, oh, there's not gonna be no tribulations? Hey, tribulation really, to a certain extent, is the last of our worries. Getting grabbed up by Esau, getting our ass beat, you know, pretty safe. Hey, really, compared to what's coming on the earth, like our camp, our elder brother, our camp leader always said, Tajwan, it's coming from another dimension, man. This is out of our thought process right here. Because our physical realm and where our, matter of fact, could somebody get Isaiah 55 and I want to say 8? All right? Because where our thoughts are is of no measure to what the Heavenly Father has set in place, man. All we know is what the Lord allows us to know. Remember, we're the Lord's women, all right? And how do you handle your physical woman? You don't tell her everything. So the Most High has only given us enough to just get to the point, get to where we got to go and to get the hell out of here. That's it.
Yep.
All right, somebody got that in Isaiah 55?
You got
Isaiah 55 and 8, it says, for my thoughts are not your thoughts.
Yeah, our thoughts are not like the Heavenly Father's thoughts. All right? So when we read Daniel the 12th chapter, the first verse about the time, our thoughts just goes to, damn, man, it's gonna be troops in the streets. It's gonna be AK-47s and tanks, and it's gonna be airplanes and burning buildings. You know, our mind and our imagination can only go but so far.
the Lord already did that in World War I. World War II. You had fighter jets. You had military ships. naval ships.
Yeah.
You had tanks on the ground. You had all of that. The Lord is going to come with a situation that man wasn't expecting. That's why the Lord tell us, like what the brother's going into, we just got to gird up our mind. That's all the Lord's saying do, man.
Yeah.
You know, usually when you go out on the battlefield, the sergeant or the captain don't give you the specifics. You know,
briefing.
Yeah, he just brief you and he puts you on the mission. As far as the specifics, it's left up to the soldier when he get out there, man. The whole mind frame is preparing, like what the brother's saying. Wake the fuck up. You know?
Yeah.
You got it, bro.
Yeah, like beautiful, man. Wake the fuck up, man. Because what's coming down the pipeline, if you've just been lollygagging in the spirit, you've been playing. Hey, matter of fact, will somebody get Isaiah 33 and you there? Well, 33 and 18, I believe. 33 and 18 or 33 and 17.
Yep. This is Isaiah 33 and 18. It says, thine heart shall meditate terror.
Yeah, you gotta meditate on these terrors, man. So when you in your chambers, when you in your car, hey, you really shouldn't be in the spirit of meditating on a big booty chick at the gym, man.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, we men. I'm not telling you to be always uptight man, you know, a monk or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, but in the reality, we supposed to be meditating on, man, what the hell is the Most High gonna release in these times that we in? All right, like he said, we already seen World War I, World War II. We done seen guns and shootings, and hey, we done seen to a certain extent. All right, chariot sightings, brothers. It's chariot sightings all around the world.
Yeah.
But what is when the Lord really bring that fathership? What is that gonna bring?
Yeah.
What's coming with the fathership?
I must say it's even spiritual too, because during the time of Egypt, we was going through those 400 years of suffering, and Israel didn't know nothing about no spiritual power at that time. You know, of course they had the writings, but a lot of the information was basically done away with in the beginning of things. So when all that hell broke loose in Egypt, all the different plagues that plagued Egypt, the water being turned into blood, the destruction of the cattle, the flies, the death of the firstborn, which the scriptures speak about that in Wisdom of Solomon, the Lord will not get it. The apparitions, that was beyond everybody's natural, wave of thinking, man. And that took a lot of people by surprise. A lot of people died by just the instance of actually seeing those things. It even tells you that in the gospel. And the Lord said actually that He's going to actually hit this place with the same plagues as ancient Egypt, man.
That's right.
So it's going to be that. It's going to be miraculous chariot sightings. Because when we look at these chariot sightings, they look close to us from our eyesight. They be very, very far away. Some of these chariots, man, they be size of countries, man.
We're going to get real close.
And when they come, they're going to come. They're going to be here.
That's right.
Multiple chariots. So just like the brother was saying, we got to fix our minds around that. And we got to ponder and meditate upon these things so that these things don't just blow us all the way back. We'll actually be grounded and rooted and actually be in the right mindset when those things actually occur.
Colossians 2, yeah.
I can bring this out real quick just to land back up that point. And you quoted it too. This is First Peter's 1 and 13.
I got the same as that.
The spirit. It says, wherefore gird up the loins of your mind. Now for I will say for the word gird, they got number 1 next to it, and it says to prepare your mind for action.
See, preparation, man. And when you read the Ephesians, the 6th chapter, it speaks about the preparation of the gospel of peace. Meaning you're supposed to be prepared mentally for the time to come, man. And whatever the details come with it, you got to deal with it, man. You know, these are the times we living in, man. You know, the brother got some exclusive information. The brother Abu, he got some exclusive information that really was like, man, we got to get right, man.
Yeah.
It had all of us here like, yeah, man, we got to really turn up, man. You know, Esau got super soldiers out here, people that can hold their breath for 45 minutes underwater, man.
Yeah.
You know, that can run for 3 to 4 to 5 to 10 hours without getting tired, man. They can stay up for 2 days straight, 3 days straight, man.
And Esau gonna send these soldiers our ways, man. You know, again, see when you envision your walk, when you first come into this walk and you think about the devil shall cast some of you into prison, you just think it's gonna be a Barney Rubble type of cop with a big belly coming to grab you up or bring trouble to you, man. Kick your door in. When Esau come and kick our door in, some of us, it ain't just gonna be some overweight, fat Terry Crews looking cops, man.
I'll be a robot.
Esau gonna send his elite, the elite of elite, because he understands that he could be possibly grabbing one of the Lord's elect, man.
And the Lord can actually set up a standard to actually fight against that. Because one thing about this devil is he's a reader, man. He's a studier. He gets into history. He's very studious. Scripture speak about how he's wiser than Daniel. So he know about situations where individuals actually stood amongst prophets and what occurred to those men.
He got all those records.
All the records. In the time of the Maccabees, it spoke about how an angel actually came from the heavens. And that was during the time of Greece, man.
Yes.
You know? Esau knows the top, from the top to the bottom about those chariots.
Yeah.
From Alexander or Christopher Columbus actually seeing those chariot sightings. These devils, they get epiphanies, man. When it says that in Acts, the second chapter about the Spirit being poured out on all flesh, these devils get visions and dreams, nightmares about certain men. Actually, the images of certain men actually coming in power. So this devil knows, man.
King Herod.
I seen this.
King Herod.
That vision of Yahushua.
His wife said, I seen this man. Well, Herod's wife said that she had a dream about Yahushua.
See?
Hey, so did Pontius Pilate.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, you know, she said she was troubled in her sleep because of this man. So ain't no telling what that lady saw.
And you know, Apostle Tahal always says that. He always say you elite, you losing sleep, man.
Yep.
All right, and it's not because we talking shit. It's literally the truth, man. And that's why Esau is in such a strong preparation mode, man. While you people see how you can tell that Esau is preparing for such a time that's never been to, is because the amusement and the distractions and the smoke and mirrors is it's getting heavier, man. Everything is becoming more and more of a distraction, man. You know, it's more scandals. Every time you look up, it's some rapper or some actor dying, some new pair of shoes, some new car, some new team. Everything is folly, man. Why Esau's not doing that just because it's all about fun and mirth? No, he's trying to keep the wool up, man.
Trying to keep your eyes off of the truth.
Because he knows that as soon as this, and the reality of it is that it doesn't have to be all the truth. See, he knows that once a glimpse of what he knows behind the scenes is shown, it's over.
That's right.
It ain't no coming back from this. Once miracles start occurring, once the Lord might split the dimensions, things coming in. Like, you know, you watch that movie Ghostbusters.
Yep.
Not the newer one, but I want to say the first one. Was it the first one with the guy, you had the Cheech and Chong guy, and he was at the dock, and he was like, yeah, the Titanic just showed up. He's like, the Titanic, yeah, it's 100 years late, but it's here. And the ship came literally to the dock, and spirits was coming off of it, man.
Wow.
So they show you how the dimension,
That's an apparition.
the apparitions is gonna come.
Yeah.
Once the streets is full of apparitions, you can't go back to normal.
That's right.
There ain't no more. Well, that was just last Tuesday.
Yep.
I'm gonna go back to playing basketball and washing my charger and
Ain't no false flag.
it's like, and you know what I'm saying. Once it takes legs,
That's gonna change the whole
atmosphere.
platform of things.
Because Esau, he can, like he'll do a report about a shooting, for a whole week. That's all on CNN.
Right.
And then next week, he's on to something else. But like what the brothers mentioned, you got these apparitions and certain things appearing in the streets. They can't just sweep that under the rug because they're not in control of it. That's when you got the Heavenly Father in control of it.
That's right.
So it's going to be a lot more detrimental to your everyday life. Like brother said, you can't just go back outside and play ball and wash your car and go back to your 9 to 5.
Go back to smoking ribs.
Yeah, man. You gotta deal with the reality, man.
And this reality is going to be the death of a lot of it.
Yep, and that's why the title
Literally.
of the lesson is wake the fuck up, because your reality is getting ready to change soon.
Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead.
It's Judith 11 and 10. Therefore, O Lord and Governor, reject not his word, but lay it up in thine heart. for it is true. For our nation shall not be punished, neither can the sword prevail against them, except they sin against their power.
Yeah, and that's what you see transpiring right now on the level in which our people have never went this crazy, man. They totally against Yahweh Bashim Shai. They totally against his ways like never before. Even in certain times, you know, they would call on the Lord when they would see that they were being oppressed. They're not even trying to hear it right now, man. Esau has set and fashioned America to where they don't want to call back on the Lord, man.
No.
See, back in the days when certain oppressions would come down on the children of Israel, they would oppress them to the point Jake would turn back, man, and call on the Lord. But right now, Esau has set this place up to where he's not even making it cool to call on the Lord, man.
That's right.
Yeah. So what you think the Lord gonna do, man? He gonna bring an ass whooping for the ages, man. And that like what the brothers is going into, that's a heavy responsibility for us to fulfill. We gotta stay up, man. Right now we living in a time where we gotta stay up, man. There's so many distractions. There's so many stipulations in America. There's so many things tugging at your spirit that you sometimes see guys going back to sleep, man.
Yes.
You know, stay up, wake up and stay up, man. We dealing with this thing. We taking this thing head on, man. If Esau think about it like this. Esau got super soldiers. Esau got all kind of technology, hidden and advanced technology. What you think you gonna need? You gonna need a standard. You gonna need a divine intervention, man. This is the only way to get that assistance. You gotta be up. Your vibration should always be moving around in the heavens, man. Your prayers, you know, that's the seriousness of it, man. Remember, we dealing with a time in history where thousands of years ago, man was trying to figure out how to get saved from this point now. This is the time we live in. Where 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago, men were asking the Lord, how could they get saved 3,000 years later?
Woe to me. Ezra said, woe to me, who shall save me? And he's prophesying about what we about to go through.
Right.
And we here.
And he had an angel of the Lord come directly deal with him.
He
Showing him these things. He still was
there.
fearful. So you gotta really soak these things in. You just can't. That's why we push, starting with our apostles and elders. You just can't read these scriptures and just think, yeah, I got precepts, so when I go out to camp and I can look like I'm deep and I'm with it, or I'm this and I'm that, man. Fuck all that, man. You better meditate upon what the hell you signed up for, man. And understand that Esau, when the scriptures, somebody want to get that too, we got a lot of scriptures, but Revelation 12, man. You know? Because when this devil come down on us, it ain't gonna be sweet. Again, it ain't gonna be, everybody thinks you just gonna get grabbed up and Esau is gonna send some fat ass white cop your way and kick in your door, and it's gonna be troops, and you're gonna get thrown into a regular ass jail, and you just gonna eat, you know, and then you just gonna be waiting on trial, and you just gonna be talking your shit, man. It's gonna be something where if you ain't a man of the Lord, you're gonna crack, man. That's why we do this, man, because we want to be seen worthy to be saved by Yahweh Shai in that day, man.
That's right.
And you know the prime example is the movie The Matrix shows you that, man. And those devils or those agents was looking to crack Morpheus's mind, how they went on about just to crack that man. And it was like, why is he so important? Because they knew that he was the key to basically destroy everything that those agents actually built, man.
That's right.
And after they beat them, the whole thing was what? Going to Zion, man. Creating a whole new world in paradise, and they believed. And it was all what majority of the people didn't even realize. Common individuals didn't have realization. And it's the same thing now. The same thing applies to this day, man. This devil knows exactly what we're doing. This devil knows that it's a kingdom to come. He knows that this is the last leg. He knows this is the end of the Roman Empire.
If he knows he's Esau,
if
Esau knows, if this so-called white man knows he's Esau, and he used the Apocrypha, he used this book to come from one side of the world to the other side of the world to kick our ass. You don't think he knows that 2 Ezra 6 and 9 is there? That Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of there that follow? You don't think he knows that that's there?
He knows.
If anybody knows, he knows,
He know.
man.
And Esau ain't moving in the mind state of being oblivious to it either. He's making you people oblivious to it. He's dealing with this word head on every day. He's preparing for the time that the scriptures say. He ain't stupid, man. Esau know what these prophecies say. Esau know what the scriptures say about Leviathan, spiritual powers, the chariots.
Yeah.
So he's just preparing behind the scenes and making you people think as if, the Bible, whatever. That's how that's what he's showing you. But behind the scenes, he's like, no, man, we got to prepare this, we got to prepare that.
I got a precept.
God, yeah, bro.
All right, this is Proverbs 21 and 31. The horse is prepared against the day of battle, but safety is of the Lord.
Yeah, see, remember, safety is of the Lord. Yahweh Bashima Shai. You know, but that horse is preparing for the battle. When you read Revelation the 6th chapter, it names the different horses, man.
Yep.
And those horses represent Esau. And that white horse represents Yahweh Shai.
Pale horse that was also called death. Matter of fact, somebody get there in Revelation 6 too. Hold that too, man.
Because the power was actually given to Esau to hurt the earth, man. But the Lord said what? Still, the other horse, I think it was it wasn't the pale horse.
Black horse.
Not the black horse, not the red horses. We'll get it. But he said he had the balances, and he said hurt not the oil or the wine. Was that
After the black.
So it said the Lord said hurt not the wine and the oil, meaning the word. That's so the word is still intact, but everything else around this word, the Lord gave him power to do whatever he wanted to do with it, because the Lord said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
That's right.
You know, so he gonna come with some situations that if you ain't been lodging and putting your spirit into Yahweh Bashima Shai, you ain't been making sacrifices within the ministry.
You're not gonna make it.
Yep, especially brothers that got a position within a body, and you've been getting lazy.
You comment board. You comment board men.
Yep.
You men that here it is. The last 5 plus 10 years, men have been putting out these exhorting videos to get out to these camps, getting out to the highways and byways, pushing this word, and you still want to be on these comment sections. The Most High is not going to lift a standard for you. And you think see, you men, if you move with the right fear, you would be doing the work. But because you think, what's the standard? I just need, guns is gonna be shot my way, or I might not be able to eat, bullshit like that. Listen, and I'm gonna say this real quick. That guy I was talking to, this guy was a military Marine. If you know anything about the military, the Marines, that's the creme de la creme of the military. He had telling me about his clearance, telling me all these things, but he was speaking vaguely, like the way the Spirit had it set up with this man. He literally, I'm in the gym, and the Spirit had me where I didn't even want to work out. I drove to the gym, didn't work out. I'm sitting in the locker room listening to a video, and this man comes and sits next to me, and next thing you know, we talking about things what regular people have regular conversations like this. Typically, when two Jakes sit next to each other, what we talking about? How do the Knicks got a chance this year? What do you think about LeBron and the Lakers?
Right.
This man telling me he done seen shit that makes him question reality.
If I can say too, those type of conversations never came to play when you wasn't in the truth.
Never.
Never.
That's how you know it was a spirit.
Yeah.
So here it is, this man is telling me, this is a man that's been out there. He probably was in his 50s, probably been in the military, retired with military, but now he still works for the military. So he's been around. And he telling me he done seen stuff that make him question reality. Come on, man.
Hold that Revelation 6 too. They go right into what the brother going into about the spirit of death, and how the earth, the Lord is going to allow Esau to hurt the earth one more time, man. And the inhabitants of the earth, So the whole premise of this lesson is we pushing out a vibration, a spiritual jolt, man. Get up, man.
Because there will be too many more of these get up speeches, man.
We gonna be in it.
We gonna be in it, right?
There ain't gonna be you can't. Hey, when you in the game, ain't no more pre-game warm-ups. Ain't no more, high fives and jumping around and dancing and let's go. You in the game. So if you in the game, you are expected to perform. Period.
That's it.
So get right. You know, this is this is for all of us, man. You know, this is an exhortation to the body to truly consider, man. You know, these times, like I said earlier, we're living in a time frame where men that was on a higher level that seen what was going to happen was a nervous wreck, man. Sick, couldn't eat because they saw what we're about to go through, and they were wondering how could they be saved from it. And you're living in it. You're living in the time. You know what I'm saying? You are actually presently living in that time. No time for comfort, man. This ain't no time for little gimmicks and games, man. Esau know the gig is up, like the brother Karatazar said yesterday at camp. He know he revealed, man. Now all you gotta do is just come down. The gig is up on Esau, man.
Yeah.
You know?
He know that everybody knows that he's the devil.
Yep. And he being revealed by the Spirit of the Lord, like it tells you that in 2 Thessalonians the 3rd chapter. He say that man of sin whom will be revealed by the Spirit of the mouth of the Lord. You know. So this is the time we living in, man. You know. Anybody had the precept? Oh, you had. Bring it out. Bring it out right now.
You did that Habakkuk, right?
Yeah.
I got something else.
This is Habakkuk 1:5. It says, "Behold, ye among the heathen, in regard and wonder marvelously. For I will work a work in your days, which ye will not believe."
Yeah, see, it's gonna be unbelievable, man. You know, it's gonna be unimaginable. You're not even gonna be able to put it in words as far as the times that we're gonna be living in, man.
And that shows you that it's going to eclipse even the miracles that's even recorded now. Because we believe on Yahushua being raised from the dead. We heard of those miracles. We believe in Moses splitting the Red Sea.
Flood.
All right, the flood story. We believe in all these miracles. Elijah actually being caught up in the chariot.
Yeah.
But it's going to be something that's going to blow us way the hell away in these times now, man.
Yeah.
And just like we was reading, this is the time where we got to wrap our mind around these prophecies and really get out of that, get out of this material world, man.
Yes.
You live in this world and you get caught up with the money, cars, clothes, hoes mentality, and that'll make you base, man.
Yeah.
But the Lord is gonna do certain things is gonna transpire in these times that's gonna be godly, man.
That's right. Hey, like the brother saying, it's gonna get so bad that the regular spiritual powers that you have, it ain't even gonna be enough. You gonna need Yahushua to actually physically come back, man, to get you out of the situation that's coming, man.
And the archangels.
Yeah.
Because that Daniel 12 said Michael shall stand. So we're going to need all of this, man. We're going to
The reinforcement.
All hands on deck.
all hands on deck, man. The Heavenly Father going to break that emergency glass, and it's going to make the siren go off, and everybody, all troops on deck, man. That's the seventh horn.
That's right.
And it's gonna be something too. It's gonna make Esau have to push that button, man. For Esau to actually shoot a thermonuclear missile on the world, that's gonna be a major devastation. These devils even know that's gonna affect them. These different buildings that they have, because truly they don't want to just destroy the world. That's not an intent of anyone, but it's gonna be something that's gonna actually push them to the corner, to the point where they have to push that button. So things is finna heat up. The pot is gonna boil over. It's just we have to prep our minds for what's gonna actually happen, man.
That's right. And go through it, man. Like a champ, like the champ that you are, man. You know, remember that the Spirit of the Lord dwelling within you, man. Don't sleep on it.
Trust in the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
You know,
If you got 1 ounce, if any of us have 1 ounce or 1%, if you got 99% faith and you got 1% that you lacking, you ain't gonna make it in these times that's coming, man. That's what Satan's gonna try to creep in. He'll attack that little 1%.
you'll find it.
He'll find that 1% that you got, and he gonna make you. Cause it says, matter of fact, somebody we can get that too. Is that Matthew? If it be at possible, even the very elect.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matthew 24.
Matthew 24, where even the very elect would be deceived, man. So something's gonna happen so devastating that even the men of the Lord, the chosen, the first fruits, the ones that created it all, is gonna be like, bro, I don't know. They're gonna be baffled.
What is this?
What the hell? You know? You got it going.
This is Matthew chapter 24 and 24. It says, "For there shall arise false Hamashiachs, And false prophets.
Yeah, false anointed ones, false prophets. Because like we were saying off the camera, hey, it's gonna be times out here very soon where these people on the left-hand side are gonna be performing miracles, man.
Yeah.
They're gonna be raising people from the dead,
The chip.
changing the weather and right in front of you, doing all these miraculous works.
Yep.
That if you're not grounded in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you gonna follow
They
it.
get caught up by it.
You gonna be like, that's gotta be it right there.
That's spiritual power.
That's spiritual power. That's of the Lord right there. So read that again.
Kind.
And one of the main things, and you'll watch that on this Netflix show. What's that show called? The 100. When the individual, he was actually giving a chip out, and his brother was going into it, how the chip will actually, actually help you. If you got a broken leg, so to speak, if you can't walk, you're going to be able to walk with that, because it taps into your neurotransmitters and it actually restabilizes certain things. Because everything lies.
It sparks your nervous system.
Yeah, the reason why sometimes your legs don't work is it deals with your nerves.
Yep.
Nerve endings and things of that nature. Same thing with vision. A lot of things deal with your.
It's just nerves.
Yeah, it's all
It's just nerves. It's just damaged nerves.
Damaged nerves.
They're gonna use that chip to send a frequency through your nervous system so that you can regain access to your movement.
Take away pain.
Yeah, that's what
upgrade too.
Yeah, what is that? That's artificial intelligence, which really that's what we battling right now.
Yeah.
The fight that we fighting is we using the right hand, the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to fight, which is spiritual intelligence. We're using that spirit to battle artificial intelligence, because that's how Esau gonna come at us. Esau is gonna attack this truth through artificial intelligence, man. Which is that's the left hand side, man. That's where he get all his sorcery from.
Yeah.
You know, his prognosticators. They give Esau the understanding to come up with this technology. You know, these robots, these all these chips, tapping into putting spells on people. All that stuff comes through this artificial intelligence, man. Through TVs, phones, frequencies.
Yeah.
All of it is the artificial intelligence that we battling, man. You know, and it's gonna come to a point where it's gonna go head up, man. And we're gonna see which vibration is stronger.
Yeah, like
So
Moses in the Magi.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that.
So if you ain't fully rooted in your strength, that shit gonna defeat you, man. You gotta be locked into the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So when we do clash with that vibration, we gonna really have to see what's the strongest energy, man. And eventually it's gonna be the spiritual energy, man. The right hand side, man. And that's how we coming.
That's right.
No fear allowed in these times, man. Straight faith, straight confidence, straight brotherly love, truth, sincerity, the water, edification, praying, dealing with the actual vibration on the right hand side, so we can level up and really face this, because we're gonna be the ones in the heat of the battle, man.
Hell yeah.
We got the ones who the Lord called. Those gonna be the ones in the heat of the battle. So you gotta strengthen, you gotta exercise, you gotta practice in His wisdom, man.
To be honest, it's a spiritual law of attraction with this truth. We attracting the time of Jacob's trouble through pushing this prophecy.
That's right.
Everything that we saying through the spirit of Yahweh, all these things are gonna come to life. It's really being sprung up and summoned up through the spirit of Yahweh, because we have the understanding of the Lord. All these things are, of course, in a book, and we're speaking it out, and then the prophecies manifest physically. But the same prophets that prophesied about all this destruction, they got to go through those things. That's that straight gate. Because what we're going through right now, this isn't the intensity of the battle. This is still the build-up. This is building up. These are character builders. Yeah. But in that time, that time, like it says in the second end of the 16th chapter, that's going to try every man's faith. Those works that's going to actually be going through the ringer. That's going to be the time where everybody is fully tried. But it starts now. Each and every one of us equipping each other for the hell that's actually going to come to this world.
Yeah, trimming your lamps.
Trimming our lamps. Brother got a precept, if not.
I got it. Finish that, man?
Yeah, just finish that.
Yeah, finish that.
This is Matthew chapter 24 and 24. For there shall arise false Hamashiachs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect.
Now, yeah, we all talk shit about Joel Osteen and T.D. Jakes and all of them. Hey, but what if T.D. Jakes go in front of his crowd and literally raise somebody up from the dead?
Right.
Are you gonna still talk shit about him? Or are you gonna be in the spirit like, that's from above right there? Yeah, it was from above, but was it from the left hand side or the right hand side?
Yeah.
You gotta have these questions because see, we understand that everything comes from the Heavenly Father. Isaiah the 45th chapter tells us that the Lord created good and evil, light and darkness. But we really only understand that. The rest of the world, they don't believe that. They believe all you people that fear Satan more than you fear the Heavenly Father. You want to downplay the name of the Lord. You want to downplay all this. You're gonna be fooled, man, because you're not rooted. Like this is not play. This is not a play. We're not playing. See, a lot of you make this thing to be this is a school play and some shit. Like my name is Ty Jones, but today I'm gonna be playing Alabama.
Right.
Yeah. If I may say something, it's real quick. If you brothers don't
Yeah,
mind.
bring it out, brother.
That's why the first thing when you get into the truth, you acquire the fear of the Lord.
Right.
Because acquiring the fear in turn, you get the faith. Because fearing somebody, that literally means that you believe somebody is existing. You believe in that something, certain something. So you believing or fearing in Yahweh Shem Yahushua is you believing. And like the brother was saying, this is not no play, man. This is the real deal. If y'all think this is like just folly and foolishness that we're speaking, entertainment,
spectating purposes,
like the brothers are saying, like you're in for it. The rude awakening is not the phrase for it.
Yeah.
You know?
If you watching these videos, if you got an account and it got Israelite on it, on YouTube or the elect or whatever the case may be, and you commenting on these live streams, they gonna come for you just as another brother that's in the labor. They gonna treat you just as no different than the brother that's in the ministry.
I think I saw a YouTube video, not to cut you off.
Oh, you
I saw a YouTube video. It says they coming after people who watch these type of videos.
You got the list of
So what is spectating gonna do for your salvation, man? The Lord said faith is dead without works. You know, right now we supposed to be rising up out of that dust, man. We supposed to be rising up out of that confused state and getting out here and putting this work in, man. We ain't got, really, to be honest, we don't got nothing to fear, man. Right. Even though we saying all these things, these crazy things that's getting ready to transpire.
That's from a fearful place.
Exactly. It ain't because we scared. It's because we trying to get our mind ready to deal with it, man. We really ain't got nothing to fear, man. We rising up. We got next, man. You know, and when we have that understanding, man, we move with a level of confidence, man, to get ready to handle these situations. You got it, Yada.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. For the Most High have not given us the spirit of fear.
That's right. See, the scripture say the Lord has not given us the spirit of fear, man. All right. So just because does not the scripture say we persuade men by the fear of the Lord?
Yeah, it's spiritual too, because the Lord actually gave us the spirit of fear, but it's about what we fear.
That's right.
We fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which in turn makes us not fear this world.
Yep.
Scripture says, "Fear not the man that can kill body and basically kill the body, but him that can kill body and soul in hell, so to speak, in the grave." So the Lord has the spirit to actually make you actually fear Him. And when we fear Him, we actually understand Him and see that actually we're on the side of the one that's actually going to bring the judgment.
Yep.
When these chariots destroy all kind of shit, they're going to come. They're going to come. And when they come, they're going to come wreaking havoc.
Yep. And
it might be right there. They go, like that, when the scriptures speak about that sweeping fire, if you have faith, you're going to believe that fire is not going to touch you.
To the last
second, to the last millisecond.
Yep.
And that's because what? You fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which in turn is going to make you embrace Him unto the end. Job said it best, though He slay me.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, even though Job lost it all and he went through those calamities and turmoil, the Lord gave it all back. He was just testing His faith. It's the same thing we're going through now.
Yeah, and that, the reason why the Lord said that up in the scriptures was for it to be a confidence booster for the elect in these times. That's why Job endured what the scriptures say, those things that are written aforetime were written for our learning. So the Lord had that story in the scripture set up so we can read it now and be comforted, and we can see that the Lord is a just balance. Like the brother say, even though Job lost it all, what he was restored. The Lord gave him more than what he had. You know? Keep going, you die.
I'll start back from the top.
Come.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. For the Most High hath not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, and of love, and of a sound mind.
Yeah, see, we got power, man. Who's scared of what, man? We fear Yahweh Basham Shai, nothing else, man.
And if I could add, the reason why once we fear Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, so therefore we don't fear the things that, we only fear what the Heavenly Father can do to us. But when we move in the right spirit, the scriptures say in Sirach 2:10, that look at the generations of old and who was ever confounded that trusted in the Lord. And the answer is nobody. So we don't have nothing to fear. These devils have everything to fear. That's why they're doing everything they're doing. You got to believe that. You got to believe that all this shit that's happening behind the scenes by Esau is because he fears you. Because you are trying and striving to be a righteous man of the Lord. All this amusement and smoke and mirrors and bullshit that's in the world, and LeBron being traded from one team, and this motherfucker dying, and that, and all that's all an attack against us individually and as a unit, man.
That's right, bro.
See, Esau is you gotta get out of the spirit of fearing it and being realize you're to be feared.
Yeah, you can beat this nigga, man.
We already got the win.
Yeah.
If we do what we gotta do in the spirit, we already defeated Esau.
That's right. That's the spirit. Paul said, "Hey, we more than conquerors." But I got something real quick to go with the point. This Luke 10:17. It says, "And the 70 returned again with joy, saying, Lord, even the devils are subject unto us through thy name."
And it speaks about, even in the scriptures, how the devils also fear us. So these demons and these spirits, they know the true potential that we hold, and that's why they go out their way. And Esau spends billions of dollars to actually hold us back from our true potential. Because it's like, what is it truly that we hold that you spending all this money? Esau already has the world. Why is he trying to chip each and every one of individuals? Why does it say in the scriptures in Revelation 18, Esau's trying to conquer and basically control the souls of men? Because he knows that it's something that's truly in us that's remarkable, and we have power enough to actually change this whole universe.
Yeah, you gotta believe that.
We have to believe.
You gotta believe it.
And each and every one of us, that 144,000, Esau knows when them 144,000 is woke up, that's the end of my ass. My kingdom is over. He knows these prophecies, Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter, Psalms, the 73rd chapter, the rich, Job, the 20th chapter, the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy is for a moment. These devils, they're deep into the scriptures. They may not show it on the forefront, but you got to think about how opposites attract, man. Esau is extreme when it comes to Satanism. So he has to know about what's the adversary of the devil. If our adversary is the devil, what's the adversary of the devil?
Yeah, we're the bad guy in his storyline. Like, that's the truth. He's the bad guy in this according to the Holy Scriptures. But within his storyline, we're the evil. We're the bad. That's why he's going to persecute us. That's why he's going to come against us. He's going to have everybody look at us as the problem. But you got to be rooted in the fact that you believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is dealing with you. If you don't believe Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is dealing with you, then again, that's you gotta be
wasting your time.
lack of faith, and you're gonna be defeated. Like again, you gotta know how to switch the shit around and not be always in the damn, man. What's we's gonna? Don't be a slave, man. What's we's gonna do in that time? No, what we gonna do? Our hopes that we makes it.
Yeah, our hopes is that the things and things and we can do it. Nigga, get your words together.
I think the Lord got us, man. Hey, the Lord had the men of the Lord of old. That's why, just like the brother had quoted, what man got confounded and trusted in the Lord? David did it. All these men went through hell. They went through all kind of turmoil, and these are still precursors to what we're going to go through now. so that our faith will get us to the finish line. I just had something. You said you want to bring something up?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
real quick. This is James chapter 2. James chapter 2 and 19.
Yep.
It says, thou believest that there is one power. Thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble. Right? So, hey, like the brother was saying, man, these devils, these elites, they understand what's going on. You know, just like when this guy John McCain died, didn't they read from the Apocrypha? Wasn't that Wisdom of Solomon?
Wisdom of Solomon they read from.
You know, so they understand that the scriptures is more than just the 66 books you get in church. They understand about the Apocrypha, the prophecies, okay? And they understand about that there's going to be men on the streets teaching these prophecies.
That's spiritual too. Like you said, they went through the book of Wisdom of Solomon.
Yep, that's where you're going.
So if they went through the Wisdom of Solomon is like somewhat in the middle of the Apocrypha. So they had to go through Ezra. And you ain't gonna just read to the middle of the book. You're gonna read the book of Maccabees.
Yep.
So they had to know about Greece. They had to know about all these different innovations. And they have archaeologists, which they don't even show us none of those things either. They don't show us the true artifacts of what happened in Jerusalem. Certain digs that they can unearth and actually see those certain events. But they actually have archaeologists that actually will tell you without blinking, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? They'll tell you without any hesitation that UFOs, chariots exist. These scientists, these daily prognosticators, these top astrologers, they pay them top dollars to keep their mouths closed and don't say what's out in outer space.
That guy earlier, he told me, he was speaking, he was like, he pointed up. He said, man, what's up there? He said, man, and all he did was shake his head.
Yep.
And he wasn't even speaking from an aspect, when he said it to me, he wasn't even speaking from an aspect of what's out there beyond what's out there. He's speaking to me, he was saying what's out there from a human perspective, what Esau has out there.
Yep.
And the scriptures tell us that. When Esau set his nest amongst the stars, then the Lord shall surely bring him down. So Esau ain't just got a few satellites up there and a few little, you know what I'm saying? He has things up there. Why? They don't just tell you that now we're going to start the 6th branch of the military and we in the beginning phases as if this is a new thing and Esau don't work like that. Right. Esau telling you something's going to happen within the next 2 to 3 years. It's already happening.
Going down. Right.
Can I bring out something real quick to what the brother just said?
I got one. I got to follow you up after that.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 7, and I'm gonna start at Wisdom of Solomon 7, and I started 17, and it reads, "For he hath given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely to know how the world was made and the operations of the elements." And this is the point, verse 18. The beginning, the ending, and the midst of times, and the alteration of the turning of the sun and the changing of the seasons. See, we got that information through the Spirit. This devil got the same information.
He got the same. Yeah.
You don't think he knows that the earth was created by Yahweh through Yahweh Shah and the holy angels going back to Genesis, the 1st chapter?
Yeah.
You don't think he don't got that understanding? You don't think he knew what happened he knows what happened in the middle better than we do.
What's going on now?
And he knows what's going on now. And he knows how it's going to end. So this is definitely a clash of the titans, man.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That was it on that. You had something?
Yeah, it's Luke 10 and 18. It says, "And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven." So remember that, if this is the greatest kingdom to ever stand, and if it's gonna fall fast, it's gonna fall with power. So you can't be shaken by the way that it's falling. You just gotta know it's falling. Now a kingdom that falls and it's a slow fall, it don't be as dramatic because it happens over a period of time. Yep. America's gonna be destroyed so fast and so powerful that we have to be rooted in order not to be shook, man. In order not to be taken with that wind. Man, we talking about the strongest economy crashing, the strongest military being destroyed, the land of the free and the home of the brave. We talking about America, man. That golden cup.
Yep, that golden cup.
This and that's gonna fall. It's gonna fall hard. It's gonna fall with power. You know, so that's why Yahushua said that. But continuing on, it says, behold, I give power unto you to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all of the and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. So the Lord said he give you power to tread over the power of the enemy, because the enemy got power. So that's two vibrations that's going to come together. But the Lord said what? They power, they obey our power, man. So who really winning here, man?
You have that one power.
Yeah. So if you stuck in the rut, if you don't want to get the crust out your eye, you don't want to really get up. You wake up, then you try to fall back to sleep. You know, get your ass up, bro. Go wash your face, man. Go brush your teeth. Snap into reality, man. You know, so you can get you some salvation. If you got kids, your kids depending on you, man. You know, these are the times we living in. And our messages, when we push out messages like this ain't the no 2/3 either, man. They don't understand this. We talking to the elect, and sometimes you gotta get down on the elect, man. Look how Yahushua would get down on crowds, on multitudes, man. How he would get down on the disciples. Because the Lord knows, hey, you know, we be stiff-necked sometimes, man. But right now is the time to get them pre-game warm-ups in, man. Stretch. Get your breathing right. Drink, you know, hydrate. Get you some water. You know, get ready. You know, get ready. Because the scriptures say the Lord mustered the host of the battle, man.
And we represent that host too. This is an army too. I got a quick precept. This is with 2nd Ezra the 13th chapter, and the whole 13th chapter goes into really World War III and the Most High coming down with the chariots. But I'm gonna jump down to the main point I want to go into. Verse 32. And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the signs shall happen, which I showed thee before. And then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending. And when all the people hear his, and this is the apocrypha, the book of Ezra. So Ezra knew about all these things which would occur with Yahushua being the only begotten son all the way back then. That's why when Yahushua came on earth, it was already knew that it was the only begotten son. Everybody knew that it was an individual that was going to come for the salvation of the nation.
That's right.
But continuing on, it says, and then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle. They have one against another, a Star Wars program.
Yep.
And an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together, as thou sawest them, willing to come and to overcome him by fighting. But he shall stand upon the top of the Mount Zion, and Zion shall come and shall be showed to all men, being prepared and builded like as thou sawest the hill graven without hands.
Yeah, you know, that's right. And this is the time when we living in where we really shouldn't be depressed. We shouldn't be moving in the spirit of dragging your feet.
I feel empty.
Yeah, low, you know, carrying a low vibration when you come around.
And nobody knows.
You know? Yeah.
We all know. We catching hell. We trying to get the fuck up out of here. That's what we working.
Man, we lit right now, man. You know, we supposed to be turned up. I did a video the other day as one kingdom falls, another kingdom always rises. We in the time of our uprising, man. That's why the Lord said in Psalm 94, who shall rise up? We on our feet, man. Pursuing the Ezekiel 37th chapter. We got the breath back. So now we got to do what? We got to move in that spirit of life, being a lively stone, you know, carrying positive energy with you to where people will want to just come and talk to you about top secret information. You know what I'm saying? Because your vibration lit.
Follow the spirit, man. What if I would have just this morning been like on some lazy nigga shit and just would have, I ain't going, even though the spirit telling me, man, just go. I could have missed that.
Yeah.
I could have missed that.
And a lot of times it's good to sometimes even be in the world too, because just like the brother said, sometimes people will drop jewels on you that you have to bring back to the campus and give updates, man.
Yep.
When the scripture says in Proverbs the 6th chapter, go to the ant thou sluggard. A lot of times you have, with ant colonies, you have scouter ants. What scouter ants do? They go out and they search. They search for food to bring it back to the lair and let them know, okay, it's food in this direction. This is what's going on outside. They're not always in they huddle. sometimes they gotta disperse, and they have to collect and gather.
Yeah, what if that ant was afraid? Like, oh man, I might go out there, I might get stepped on. Oh man, me? You want me to go out there?
Right.
I gotta. He did it.
Yeah. I got a little bit more. I'm gonna throw it to you. But it says, "And Zion shall come and shall be showed to all men, being prepared and builded, like as thou sawest the hill graven without hands. And this, my son, shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations, which for their wicked life are fallen into the tempest."
The Lord said that wicked life, man, they throwing shots at you people, man. See, that wickedness is not snarled upon as it should be, man. It's accepted, man. It's disgusting. You know, we hate to see it, man, in this realm, man. You know, so the Lord said, you and your wicked life. Wickedness is really the peasant lifestyle.
Peasant style of living.
It's a peasant style of living. You eat scraps. You stick your rod in anything. You sleep any kind of goddamn way. You don't have no high holy days that you reverence.
You don't clean yourself. You know, you got a nigga out here that's been popping women on the same sheet since he was 16. Nigga shit. You know, it's nigga shit. Niggas don't. Think about it. It's niggas out here that don't wash their sheets.
Yeah, niggas got old T-shirts for pillowcases.
Stuff them in the cake.
Yeah, nigga shit. Yo, you know, they stole their grandmama throw pillows. They put them on their bed. You know,
hand-me-down drawers.
Yeah, Yep, dry they clothes on the air conditioning in their poor little room. You know, Jake is low level, man. You know, and where does he get this lifestyle from, man? He get it from Esau, man. You know, if you ever see a low Edomite, man, he'll make the trap look like it's the Playboy Mansion, man. If you really go to a low level, it was me and you. Remember we went to that Edomite house, them heroin addicts, me, you and Rob. That shit will make a house in the hood look like a goddamn Disney World.
Prime real estate.
Yeah. God damn. Cause they nasty, man. You know, and our people are carrying the vibration of the wicked, man. That's why the Lord gonna burn this place, man, from coast to coast. It's too dirty, man. This word ain't gonna clean America, man. It's only gonna clean up the elect, and the Lord gonna do what? He gonna abduct the elect, man.
And leave his flesh here to burn too.
Yep. Hey, you know what's so crazy? They're gonna show you the type of mind frame, the type of mind frame we in, man. We want to be abducted.
That's how much money get the fuck out of here.
I was gonna say that's spiritual.
That's crazy, right?
That word abduct, when you look it up, it's I think I forget how to pronounce it, but it means to lead away. So Esau would throw that word out there. It's an alien abduction. The word alien just means foreign.
Yep.
So it's a foreign individual that's actually leading. Where they leading you away from? This fucking captivity to salvation.
Yep.
And Esau wants to make it scared to actually be led out of. He wants you to be in prison. He wants to institutionalize you and make you want to actually stay in this prison and not be led away. But see, that's why they come out with these movies, and when you watch these chariot movies or these so-called alien movies, it always seems like aliens are just coming to destroy shit. When you watch the movie The Knowing, it shows you those so-called aliens or angels were guiding those children the whole time.
Gator Earth still too.
Yeah. And I got a little bit more than
I got that abduction.
Okay, yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah, this is the etymology for the word abduction, and it says it's from the 1600s. It says a leading away, a forcible carrying off, ravishing. Hey, we want to be ravished in the spirit, man.
We the women of the Lord.
Yeah. Hey, we want the Lord to take us, man. You know, come take our spirit away from this place, man.
Right.
Hey,
So we can cleave unto Yahweh Shai and be one flesh, be one body, man. We'll be joined unto the head, man.
Meet him in the clouds.
Yeah. You know.
Hey, and we're known as the bride of the Lord, going to be dressed in that white apparel. And whenever you see a bride in all white with that clothing, what do you want to do? You want to take her.
Yep.
You know? And it's the same thing in the spirit. It's going to be the time of the end. When each and every one of us have our white garments on, that's when the chariots are going to deliver us, pursuing the Revelation, the 7th chapter.
Matthew the 25th chapter 2.
Yep.
It says that at midnight hours, a loud noise and the bridegroom return.
Yep.
We're going to hear that. Oh, Because a couple years back, they was saying it was all kind of mysterious sounds in the earth. Big thumping in certain frequencies, sound like
in the sky.
In the sky, but now nobody speaks about it. That just happened. The Lord does these little things to indicate, hey man, we in them times, man. Lord will, hey, you had this one video when it came out years ago. It was like an image of like two suns in the sky, man. It's gonna be all kind of crazy things that's going, all kind of what they call phenomenons that go on. But the Lord is showing, man, we in the time of the end, man.
Yeah, we had solar eclipse. I'm gonna finish it up. It says, ravishing, robbing, you know, to lead away, take away, arrest.
And what scripture say? Yahweh Shai is a thief. He gonna come rob the elect. Yeah. Rob the elect from Esau.
Because it says in first Corinthians the 7th chapter that we are bought with a price. Your servants bought with a price. So we already bought by Yahweh Shai. We were bought back to him.
That's right.
So when Esau tried to make these moves, he's making moves on products or possessions that ain't his no more.
Yeah.
That's why the Most High is going to allow him to fuck up the 2/3. Yeah. But when he make that move on the elect,
that's a problem.
That's a problem.
The elect don't belong to you. That's called what? Invasion of privacy, man. Hey, let one of these average Edomites touch my woman, man. I'm about to wreck some shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Or let another nigga touch my woman against her will, man. Now you playing with my possession. You know, I'm about to wreck some shit. Now I'm about to go in Incredible Hulk mode, man. I'm about to break some shit up, man. So that's how the Lord gonna do with his chosen, man. You know, try it. That's all I can't even find the words.
And then what's so heavy is you asshole Israelites that get stuck on Deuteronomy, Deuteronomy the 22nd chapter about ravaging or rape. Well, hey, through the Spirit, that's us widows, young damsels crying out. That's what it's all about. We're crying out.
You gotta be spiritual.
You gotta be spiritual. Y'all get stuck on y'all don't rape. Nah, we're virgins.
We gotta read that again.
We betrothed to a man. We just wait for him to take her. We crying out.
Ezekiel 94. Those that sign cry for the abomination. Crying out.
Come. This is heat.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17, verse 12. It says, "For fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succors which reason offer." And that's that's what I was going into. Is basically we ain't coming in that spirit of fear because it says it's a betrayal. That's when fear comes in. When you betray the help. So basically, the Lord is on our side to help us, man. So when you betray your betray that spirit, man. Of course, that spirit of fear is gonna come onto you because you ain't got no help. It's like being out here in the world. Like if you was out here, say we didn't have the brotherhood, we still had this truth, and we gotta still push the work and do everything. Like you would, fear will come onto you because you ain't got nobody to give you a kickstand and help you out on here and now whatever. So fear will play a part in the work. But the fact that we actually got the brotherhood, we got brothers, hey, this brother strong here, this brother strong here. It's no fear amongst brothers because we got that support, we got that help.
Hey, well, let me say this, even you brothers that's out there solo, you ain't solo, you got the brotherhood. You just on a missionary position by yourself, so to speak. You just somewhere by yourself, but nevertheless, you still part of the body. Scripture tells us in Ephesians the 4th chapter, and it's only one body, one Father, one baptism. It's only one Spirit. So we all are coming together, like the brother's saying. But he just want to throw it out there because men will try to, well, I'm alone in this. Man, fuck that. Ain't no alone in this, man.
And as far as the body is concerned, you only got one mouth.
The Lord rebuked Elijah in that
mouth's alone when it comes to speaking, but that doesn't mean it's not a part of the body. You a mouthpiece of the Lord out there speaking,
That's right.
I would say the Lord even rebuked Elijah like that in the spirit because Elijah felt like he was the last of the prophets. Yahweh said to Elijah, "I have 7,000 men that won't bow down bow down on their knees to Baal." So the Lord actually has men in reserve. And it's the same thing now. Even 144,000 is here.
Yeah.
The 1/3, the
Everybody's here.
the scripture says the harvest is ripe, but the laborers are few. So everything is already here. Everything is truly set up. The kingdom of heaven is truly here.
Yeah.
We are the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
But this is the building of it.
Yeah.
The third
And
temple.
that
temple.
That's right. And like what the brother Tyler Paul was bringing out. See, fear just makes you doubt your support. It makes you doubt your help. Remember, man, we got help, Isaiah. You know, we gotta believe that. You know, through the Spirit we have to believe that we have lifelines, man.
That's right.
You know, and that does what? That strengthens your confidence. And I want you to keep reading on that too, Tyler, because it's going to go in a little bit more.
It says, I start back at verse 12. It says, for fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succors which reason offereth.
Go ahead.
And the expectation from within being less counteth the ignorance more than the cause which bringeth the torment.
Yeah, so fear makes you meditate on situations, and your meditation of what you're thinking about is way more severe than when the actual situation comes.
Yeah.
You see, that's what fear does. Fear makes you believe that when you go through it, it's going to be way worse than what it's really going to be. I'm gonna hit you with this. The time of Jacob's trouble, it's not even going to be as bad as we expected it to be. Because the reason why, don't twist my words and make it seem like I'm saying it's not going to be bad. It's going to be very bad. But I'm saying that because the Lord is going to give us the spirit to bear it. That's what's going to make it easier to deal with. Because he's going to give us the what? The support. He's going to give us the help. Right now, we don't have that mind frame. He's got to put us in that mind frame. Then when it's here, we're going to move through it as if it's just a walk in the park.
Walk in the park. Scriptures tell us in Job, the 5th chapter, that we shall laugh at destruction and famine.
Yep.
So what kind of spirit is that where you're going to laugh at all this stuff happening around us as if, man, whatever, man. It's a Netflix comedy special.
Yep.
And that's what's going to draw people to us. Because, like, again, going back to the man speaking to me, like we were speaking of the fact, that man, he was shook. I'm listening to him. I'm not shook.
God.
He said that, man, I just keep my head down and all this, that, and that. And I'm sitting there listening, so I'm like, damn, we really go out in these highways and byways and we curse this devil out that he sees this shit. Yep. But we don't move in fear. What do we say? We gonna put this on lesson, man.
Yep.
You know?
We put it on wax.
We put it on wax. Alright, so it ain't really nothing to be afraid of. And I want to throw out there too to what you were saying is we gotta keep in mind too, Jeremiah the 16th chapter.
There you go, brother.
The Lord said that he sends forth fishermen and they shall fish. But then he gonna send forth hunters. So we only dealing with a fisherman spirit right now.
That's right.
Right now we dealing with that. So right now how we process things and how we look at things is from a spiritual fisherman aspect. Yep. When the Lord give us the green light and he turn us to hunters, you think we're gonna be afraid in that day? We're gonna be hunters.
We're gonna terminate them.
We're gonna be predators.
Yeah, we know the hunter knows the terrain. We're gonna be hunters, the elect, because we're gonna know what's coming. So we're going to know the terrain of, okay, there's troops, there's this, there's that. And then plus we have, like brothers been saying, the succor of the Lord, the Spirit of the Lord upon us to not give us that doubtful spirit. And when we do hit those moments, the Spirit of the Lord is going to, get the elect through.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we know the terrain is hunting.
The balance of it all is your faith.
Yep, your faith.
Remembering that you were already preparing for it. So your faith at that moment should be on a level, and your fear should be diminished. Because you've been diligently digging in your spirit, extracting that spirit of faith. So then when you do stand before super troops, Gurga troops, UN troops, you ain't even in the mind frame. Your stomach ain't dropping.
You ain't pissed on yourself.
Yeah, you ain't pissed. You ain't crying back. Come on, bro, chill, bro.
You ain't like that.
I'm saying it ain't even like that. Put the guns down, man. You looking at them. Your eyes probably red. You looking at them like busted.
Yeah. Well, you looking at them like what?
Yeah, you looking at them like it's one of you. It's 30 of them. You looking at them. You just through the spirit. You just be like, in the name of Yahweh Shema Shah. You drop them guns, man. Guns just fall. You do it because you put on straight belief. Raw spirit, and the only reason you'll be able to do that is because you worked. you had faith, you believed. Then the Lord just gonna have standard after standard after standard after standard until the greatest standard of them all comes and get us out that last situation.
Going back to Daniel 12, because just like you said, the standard, Michael the archangel shall what? Stand. He shall stand for the children of Israel.
You know, about that.
You ask
Yeah, if I could say, we getting that circle, that help now because we're going through these tribulations, man, and it's help building that experience, that understanding. So,
That's right.
When you deal with old men, and that's the Lord, the scriptures tell us to wax old in our work. In that day of Jacob's trouble, like if you ever met an old man that's just stuck in his ways and he done been through some stuff like a military vet or something, and you can bring that hell and torment to him. It's like, man, dude, like that's what spirit we coming in, because the things that we went through, these tribulations, the things that we going through now, right here in this truth or whatever, that's help building our faith. That's help building us. Of course, Yahweh through Yahweh coming back is going to be that that ultimate help. But these hells and these tribulations we're going through is a part of that help too, because it's building up us mentally and building us up spiritually. Like, hey man, the Lord been with me this whole time. Yeah. And like an old man, when you reach that line, it's like, hey man, fuck all that. I ain't go through all that hell for this young nigga to turn me around. Like, I'm finna go through you. And that's what we building up in the spirit. Like, you just getting fed up, man. It's like, hey man, the hell with what Satan got coming towards me. I'm finna go through.
Yeah, you can tell Esau tired of lying, man. He's gotten so sloppy with his deception that even a 15-year-old Crip in South Central LA know 9/11 was a hoax. He's sloppy, bro. He tired of lying, bro. He ready to just come straight out to you niggas, man. Let it be known, it's exhausting him. So like what the brother's saying, man, we ain't tricking on nothing, man. You already out there. My little sons know 9/11 was a hoax.
Women know about the RFID chip.
Even Cardi B spilling the beans.
Yeah, Cardi B talking about the Illuminati and shit.
Yeah. Hey, Esau, your deception is lame. Played out. It was good at one point in time because you was given a diligent search to achieve it. Now you got lazy. You got lazy with your lies, bro.
Yeah, internet too.
Now, soon as a false flag come out, you got whistleblowers on your ass, man.
Minutes,
man. And all this is showing us that, hey man, the Lord is revealing them by the spirit of His mouth, and we got a standard available, man.
Yeah, and part of that mouth too is Scripture says they shall make their tongue fall upon their own selves.
That's right.
These different whistleblowers bringing out all this information. Hey, like the brother going into. These different people in the
CIA and the different military, they speaking like what they say, singing like what's that bird?
Like a canary.
Singing like a goddamn canary.
Them be the ones that be on YouTube. They YouTubers and they just come out with different sources. They probably don't even reveal their true identity.
Esau can only kill so many people. He knocked down and killed so many individuals for reporting on this information. But the information is out. You got the internet.
Yeah.
Information is saved. You can't. What you gonna delete videos out of everybody's laptops?
Right.
Delete videos off of YouTube over and over and over again. Esau gonna stretch himself thin doing that.
Yeah.
So he has to let his information spring out. And we link it up. Excuse me. We link it all up to the prophecies and declare what time we coming into.
That's right.
Brother, got precept?
Okay.
Chapter 2, verse 27. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble in heaven is coming, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance.
Hey, you say what? He said we shall be merry. We shall be merry and have abundance. What verse was that?
27.
Go up to 25. Say the second Ezra 2.
Yep.
Go up to 25.
Second Ezra chapter 2, verse 25. Nourish thy children, O thou good nurse.
Go ahead.
Establish their feet. Verse 26, as for the servants whom I have given thee.
Yeah, so who are the servants of the Lord? The men that you see on them highways and byways edifying properly in these scriptures.
In season, out of season.
Yep. And primarily at Great Millstone, which we believe that a large amount of the elect is going to come out of Great Millstone, man. Right. Go ahead, bro.
There should not one of them perish.
There shall what?
There should not one of them perish.
Keep reading, bro.
For I will require them from among thy number.
Yeah, requirement. That's a requirement. Does not the Lord say that he requires that which is past? So if you've been doing this in your past life, he requires you to be saved, man. So that his promise can be stiffened. So his promise can be validated. So he requires them from among, he requires the servants and the elect from among the rest of these people, man. Lame. Go ahead, bro.
Verse
I'm
27.
talking about Esau. You a real square, man. You a real dub, man. Go ahead, bro.
Be not weary, for when the day of trouble in heaven is coming, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou should be merry and have abundance.
Like what the brother brought out in Job the 5th chapter, how we gonna laugh at when destruction and famine, and we gonna be in league with the beasts of the field. Niggas out here running from chihuahuas, man. You know, so the Lord gonna put us in a mind frame to really deal with this thing, man. And he's
All
gonna,
in the name.
that's
All
right.
in the name.
I got one more scripture.
Keep going, bro.
No, verse 28. The heathen shall envy thee. He said they're gonna be hating us, man.
But how they gonna envy us? We don't have the money. We don't have. So what are they gonna envy? The strangeness of the salvation. Because in that day it's gonna be revealed.
Those are God's men right there. Those individuals, the same ones that's broke, low down, busted shoes, dirty, the sickest ones don't even have
Derelicts, as Nate likes to call them.
The derelict ones.
Yep. Missing teeth.
Missing teeth. Those are going to be the same individuals that are going to be caught up in those chariots. And those are going to be the same people that's going to be defending in that day. When bullets is flying and bodies is dropping, they're going to see like, this man is still, just like the book of Eli.
Yep.
When that time comes, we're going to be all spiritual mini Eli's, man.
Come on, bring it out, bro.
I got Psalm 91. I just feel like it's necessary.
Yeah, that'll be.
I was going to read from verse 1 through 7, if you don't mind. This is Psalm 91 and 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
That's that spiritual pavilion, man. He's going to protect us from that storm, man. Remember, Yahweh Shai did certain things in his ministry that was symbolic of the times to come. When he was in the ship with the disciples, and he was asleep, and it was a storm, the waves crashing on board. Why did the Lord do that? To show the disciples, man, you got power over elements through my name. Like what the brother said earlier, through that name. So through the Spirit, we hope to dwell in that secret place, man. Okay? Keep going, bro.
And I just want to say that word shadow of the Almighty, that word shadow goes into a covering, and a covering is a defense.
Covert.
The Lord shall take his men under his wing, like the
That's this chapter.
Oh, I said, Slack.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it's in the book of Habakkuk. The scriptures say that the Son of Man shall come with healings in his wings.
That's Malachi. That's Michael. That's Malachi. Slack.
This is verse 2. I will say of the Lord Yahweh, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust.
Yeah, the scriptures say in Proverbs 18 and 10 that the name of the Lord is a strong tower and the righteous runneth into it. Man. That's right. So that again, it all goes back to the fact that you got the name, man. You listen to these other camps, they try to not put emphasis and all of it into the truth of the names. You listen to the wrong people. All right, you better understand and give reverence to those names, because those names is get out of shit free cards, man. That's the only thing that's gonna get us out of the bullshit that's coming on this place is the name, and not only the name. There's a lot of niggas out here that were once in the ministry, once doing the work, but still got a name. You gotta have the name. You gotta have faith in the name, and you gotta be doing what those names told you to do.
Right. You gotta have the right works. Because you got, like brother said, you got a lot of Jake out here that know the name. They out there teaching, okay, but they don't have the right works.
Yeah, it's an actual spiritual formula. Yeah. You know, it's a spiritual formula that you got to have certain components for the power to even, equal out. You can't have the name, or you can't have faith and works and not the name.
Right.
You're missing something.
Right, because you gotta have some person to have faith in.
Yeah. You can't have works in the name and you don't believe.
Or you you have the name in bad works.
Yep.
A lot of you open your video, you give a hearty salute and the name of your Al-Ba Shimmy Al-Shai, and right after you finish saying that, all bullshit come behind it.
Yep.
And that's why when Yahushua said, for those that say, Lord, Lord,
Yep.
who prophesied in our name, basically, you know,
Cast it out.
yeah, cast out devil. That's talking about them guys, man.
Yeah.
Because they got the correct name, but their deeds is off, man.
God.
You know?
Beautiful,
Oh, yeah. I have violated company policy, man.
Yeah, that's right.
brother. God. Keep going.
Right, so verse 3, it says, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler.
Yeah, meaning the trap. And that fowler is that goddamn eagle, Esau, man. Yeah, that fowl, man. You know, these represent himself as that eagle, man. The trap of the eagle, man. Go ahead, bro.
And from the noisome pestilence.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 4, it says, he shall cover thee with the feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust.
That's right. You know, and being under those wings represent protection, man. Because they can cover you. You know, keep going on.
That's right. It says, his truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
Mm-hmm.
And if I may say, when you read the second chapter of Proverbs, it talks about how Yahweh Shem Shai will be your buckler.
Yeah.
All right. So going into verse 5, verse 7 is the point I want to bring.
Yeah, and that's how we're gonna be buckled in the time of Jacob's trouble too. You know, because we're gonna have Yahweh Shai, the name, prayers. That's really our spiritual power right now. That's the reason why we get popular. Fasting, brotherhood. Because really the fight is right now, but it's gonna increase. Pursuing Ephesians the 6th chapter, how we fight not against flesh and blood, but spirits and principalities.
That's right, man.
Esau sees that we win, so what he's gonna do? We gotta turn the levels up.
Yeah, because if I can add to what you're saying, boys, when you think about these different wars that Esau had, like World War I, World War II, the American Revolutionary War, these different wars, them wars, they'll tell you they span maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years, but then within them wars, what happens? They're like, on this day, you had the battle of such and such.
Yeah.
So it's not about the whole war. Like, people was dying the whole year and things was happening. But on this day, you had the massacre of such and such that happened here. Right, you know what I'm saying? So we are entering into that battle where this day is the one that's going to be the emphasis.
That's right.
We already in the war.
Yeah.
Armageddon.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the Lord got those war code names. Armageddon is one of the words too. You know?
All right.
World War III, the third war. Time of Jacob's trouble.
This is verse 5. It says, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day.
Yeah, and the reason why is because we have a power on our side that made everything in existence, man. Created air, created vision. He created women.
Taste.
You know? Yeah, taste and you know, it just even interaction, language.
He created
You know?
visible and invisible.
Mm-hmm. You know, that's so. What should we really be afraid of? Because Esau got a chopper. You know, because he got clones. Man, absolutely not, man. What our power has, man, will far exceed anything that this devil could come up with, man. You know, and that's why our mind frame is, hey, we gotta like the topic of the lesson is, wake the fuck up. When you up and you smell the coffee, you woke, man. You thriving. Your spirit is pumping. You got vibrancy running all through your veins, man. When you up and you alert, ain't no fear. Don't click with that, man. Being afraid don't merge with that, man. You know, strength, power, might. You know, faith. That's what flows with the spirit of life, man.
All you fake woke niggas out there too, you gonna realize that you niggas ain't woke.
Yeah.
All you fake woke, stay woke. All right, you gonna see if you woke or not in this time that's coming, man.
That's right.
Let's see if your knowledge of more history is gonna save you.
Right, the downfall scriptures.
Or your Egyptology, your Kemet, and your wakeness.
Yeah, young Pharaoh.
Yeah, goddess.
Yeah, just with that fucked up list, man. Most High gonna kill you.
Yeah,
Yeah, real faggot, man.
You see how woke you niggas are, man. Son nigga.
Yeah, but we know a lot lot of these countries folks, they watch us, man. They pick up a lot of history and a lot of information from us, and then they go and take it back to their people as though they're like they did the work.
Yep. So this is verse 6. It says, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. Verse 7. Verse 7, it says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand.
Yeah, the scriptures even speak about cities being shut down too, man. Quarantines, a lot of death. Just like when you watch that movie Apocalypto, that running scene, he ran and he fell into that ditch full of bodies.
Yep.
There's gonna be bodies left and right. How are you gonna be able to stand and sustain? Because when you're around dead bodies and you around gunshots, you can smell nothing but blood carcasses and fucking gun smoke.
Yep.
You know? How are you going to be able to sustain? The spirit of Yahweh Shema shall be with you. Pestilence and all kind of sicknesses. Because you already know these people are going to, man, these people are going to go fucking berserk. A lack of food, famine. This place is going to, how we living, everything is going to transform. People are going to be covered in no fucking laptops and cell phones. You're going to see stacks of money just, you might go in a, so-called, I'm just giving a scenario, you might go in a house and just see piles of money. Nobody don't want that shit. That's not going to be worth nothing in the day. Speak about gold and silver.
Yeah, casket gold on the street.
Yeah, I just want to quote it. You go there.
God, and it says, and 10,000 at thy right hand. I just want to simply go into the word at, because it said, when you go into the word at, it means literally in, on, or near. So when literally 10,000 at thy right hand, it's literally going to be near or on top of you or something. Okay, that's how many bodies are going to be flopping around, man. All right. So it says at the end part, all right, but it shall not come nigh. It should not come nigh thee. Meaning because what? You didn't, like the brother Abba was speaking about in the very inception of this video. If you have 99% truth or 99% belief or faith, you're done for. But it shall not come nigh unto thee because you have 100% faith. All right? So that's it.
That's it. Hey, let me get one last precept and we're going to go ahead and close it out. Get Psalms 27 and 3. You know, and this is just for those that's trying their best to do the right thing, man. And get more in the spirit to do better things, man. You know, don't just get content with what you're doing. Please the Lord more, man. Scripture tell you can never do it, go far enough, man, when you worshiping the Lord, man. You know, find little things that to where you can please the Lord even more than what you're doing right now, man. Just so you can be in them good graces, you know. And that's what a good, servant will do. They won't just do the normal things that pleases the master. They'll go above and beyond certain times to show them, hey, you know, I really, you know, admire and love you, and I'm really with you. So that means what? You got to constantly grow. You got to constantly come up on a level so that the Spirit can reveal to you what you need to do to do more pleasing things unto the Lord, man. You know, don't ever think you done enough.
Hey, my spirit, man, I'm still trying to get rooted. I don't even feel like I'm rooted enough.
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So
a lot of you, you know, you Israelites, you try to look the part and look like that beautiful fruited plant. I'm concerned about what's happening in the soil, man.
Right. Because really, we got to be spiritual brown noses, is what the brother's saying, man. Because Jay can do it in the world. Why don't you do it for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, your power, man?
You got to kiss up to the Lord. Yeah, you got to, and you don't kiss up by word either.
Yeah, you speak about keeping the flattering lips away from.
Yeah, you know, it's by deed. You know, it's by deed, man. You know, the Lord deals with action, man. He's action based, man. You know, faith ain't a word thing. It's an action. Faith has got to be put into play, man. You got to be placed in situations so that it can be shown, man. And that's what pleases the Lord. You know, it's an actual action, man. So, you know, the lip talk, the lip services, that's out the window, man. You have to do certain things that pleases the Lord, man.
Yeah, the scriptures cut that in Isaiah 6 and 9. These people draw near me with their mouths, but their hearts is far away. So, yeah, you know, the way you brown nose and draw near to the Lord is doing what he said. If you love me, feed my sheep. Man.
That's it, brother.
So all you in the comment board, prophets, you do it your own way. You just got knowledge, but you think that you're doing the work by telling your goddamn son about chemtrails and shit. Most High ain't hearing that shit, man.
Let's hit that Psalms 27 and then we'll close it out. Psalms 27 and 3.
We started at 3 or we went over the time?
3. We'll go back.
I got it. You want to read to that?
You don't have somebody to read it.
All right, this is Psalms chapter 27, verse 3. It says, draw me not away with the wicked and with the workers of iniquity, which speak peace to their neighbors, but mischief is in their hearts.
You know, so the Lord, we don't want to be cast out, you know, with the wicked, man. You know, but that's not what I wanted. I think it's Psalms 23. 27 and 3.
Okay, I thought
It's Psalms 27 and 3.
That's
Though an host should encamp against me.
Yeah, that's what I had called. Yeah. So the scripture say, though a host should encamp against me, what does a host represent? Army. You know, encampment meaning having you, you know, round about, you know, trap. Go ahead.
My heart shall not fear.
My heart shall not what?
Fear.
You will be standing in the middle of that encampment like Goku, man, if you really believe, man. What? Fear what? You know, fear who? We fear Yahweh Shema Shai over this way. You know? And that's the mind frame of a true soldier in the Lord, man, that's going to attach to him through any circumstance, man. You got to be up. You got to be up, man. You know, upbeat, uptick, motivated, ready at any moment, man. You know, go ahead, bro.
Though war should rise against me.
Which war is going to rise against us, man.
We going to war.
Yeah. We hey, like, we already really at war.
Yeah, we at war.
You know? Go ahead, bro.
In this will I be confident.
We will be what?
Confident.
In this will I be confident. Okay? Go ahead.
One thing have I desired of Yahweh. That will I seek after.
That I will what?
That will I seek after.
Yeah, meaning you're gonna seek, you're gonna show an action, you're gonna diligently seek after the ways of the Lord. And what should you do to find yourself in the good graces, man? And one part of that is you have to wake the fuck up. The Lord ain't dealing with no sleepy ass nigga, man.
Sluggard ass nigga.
Yeah, unmotivated. You know, right? Yeah, you know, unmotivated. You know, real. You know, no positivity. You know, low energy when you come around the brotherhood. Self-consumed. You know, not brotherly. The Lord ain't dealing with that energy, man. The Lord dealing with uptick, vibrant vibrations, man. Okay, go ahead, bro.
That I may dwell in the house of Yahweh all the days of my life.
Yeah, and that house of the Lord is the tabernacle of David. You know, that's where safety dwells, within that tabernacle. And we believe that our apostles and our elders, they are laboring in constructing that tabernacle. And we believe that we're building upon that tabernacle as well. So when the house of David is complete, we could go in and be safe, man. And it's all through the Spirit, the Spirit and having that name that we're even able to do this, man. You know, right now, the people that's a part of this American military and this American government, right now, they crumbling right now, man. They cracking. They don't know how to process what they're going through. And that's really the whole premise of this lesson. Yeah. You know, the times that we're living in, only the strong gonna survive. You know, and we see in the Esau's army, they folding up. Niggas scared, bro.
You know, mighty men shall be like women in that day.
Yeah, and it's because they dealing with a fucked up leader. Your leader's supposed to fill you in, man. Y'all niggas don't know about Leviathan, nigga? We know.
Yeah, we know.
Y'all don't know about the chariots? Goddamn, we know. But Esau got them out there trying to fight him and shit. Right. Not even telling you that they even out there. Because y'all be like, yeah. You know, knocking on the captain door, he snorting cocaine, nigga. He ain't worried about you. Hey, I say some shit in the ocean. You know, let me get back to my lines.
He wired up back there.
Esau treat you military men like crash test dummies. Man. He don't give a damn about you. He ain't putting you in on the school.
What did Henry Kissinger just said that? He said military men are dumb dogs. That's why they wear dog cats.
Because the Lord putting us up on game, man. He getting our mind right, man. Yeah. I got Leviathan out there, so when he come, look, don't fear.
New creatures.
Yeah, I got new creatures. Don't worry. Yeah, I got chariots. Y'all, hey, you might raise somebody up from the dead, or you might see it. Don't fear.
Hey, the devil gonna come down and bring wrath.
Yeah.
That's why the Lord said, "Be faithful in what? He gonna give you that crown of life."
Yep. He said he shall deliver you from the same.
That's right.
Whatever the six troubles, Jake 7 shall not come near.
Yeah. So we up under a solid captain, man. We up under Captain Planet, man. You know, come at the drop of a dime, man. Esau is Dr. Evil, man.
Esau, y'all elite. See, y'all elite. He gonna set this war up, and he gonna go hiding in the atmosphere, and in the earth, and in the sea. See, we going to war, and our power is coming back to fight for us.
Yeah.
You're elite. They gonna start this war, and they gonna get the hell out of Dodge.
They gonna get their minions to come in on the elect and get fucked up by a standard. All of that. You think the Rothschilds ain't gonna come knocking on brothers' door? They gonna send the little minions to get fucked up by a standard. It's gonna be an experiment.
They gonna be watching it from a small screen out in space, man.
Yeah, they gonna be looking over Evelyn. Did you hear that? Yeah, he saw it, nigga. And we saw it. Hey, thine eyes shall see it.
That's right. Hey, Satan himself gonna bounce, man, back to the spirit world.
Yeah, Evelyn. Yeah. I reckon that what I just read. Yeah, you saw it, Jacob.
And the hand will come through that screen and choke your ass up, and bring it back.
That's right, bro. You know, keep reading now.
To behold the beauty of Yahweh.
Yeah, because that's what we want to behold. We want to behold the glory of Yahweh Bashim Shah, man. We want to see Yahweh Shah get his, man. It's been so long, man. Yahweh Shah ain't been able to get back, man. We want to see Yahweh Shah wrecking shit, man. We want to see him getting back his just payment, man. You know, we want to, we want to see everything going his way, man. That's what we want to see. Then after that, we can get whatever he want to give us, man. But before all of that, man, we want the Lord, Yahweh Shah, to get his, man. You know, and that's why we pushing it how we pushing it, man. You gotta really love Yahweh Shah in your spirit, man.
Yep.
When all else fails, man, when it ain't no YouTube, when it ain't no camera, when it ain't no like button, when it ain't about views, man, you still gotta love Yahweh Shah, man. It's something that gotta be internal, man. You gotta love Yahweh Shah like you know him, man. You know?
Luke 14, man. If you hated not your mother, your father, wife, your children, yea, even your own life, ye are not fit to be a disciple of this.
That's right. You know, that's that scripture tell you in 1 Peter, the 1st chapter, the 22nd verse, having an unfeigned love for the brotherhood. The first brother you're supposed to love is Yahweh Shah, man. You know, because he's the foundation, man.
John 17.
You know, so that's the spirit you got to carry, man. You know, when this society really shut down inwardly, do you really love Yahweh Shah, man? And if so, you're gonna want the Lord to come and get his. You're gonna want to see his glory. You're gonna want to see everybody. Who is that? We know him.
That's right.
You know, that's what we want to see, man. It's time for our power to get his, man.
Want him to die for that.
That's right. You know, go ahead, bro.
And to inquire in his temple.
To inquire in his temple, man. Go ahead, bro.
For in the time of trouble, he shall hide me in his pavilion.
That's right, man. Meaning the Lord he gonna put us in that chariot, man. Ultimately, he gonna redeem the elect from the judgment that's been predestined to come upon America, man. We gonna be hid in that pavilion. Go ahead.
In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me.
Go ahead.
He shall set me up upon a rock.
And that's what we're looking for, man. So the purpose of the lesson was wake up, man. You know, brothers got revealed some top information. You know, World War III is on the horizon. Esau trying to persecute, set brothers up, which that's low level. That's low level compared to what we're going to have to really deal with. You know. So it's like, hey man, we see the times, we see, you know, the Spirit elevating brothers. Every time you come around the brothers, like he grew in the Spirit. You see glow and the countenances of brothers changing. You see a more upbeat brother, you know, in the Spirit, even though he catching 1,001 different hells, and he's still lit. You seeing this thing, man. So we should rejoice and be glad, man. This is what the Lord prophesied. It's here, man. The Spirit is even putting brothers in certain places to reveal information to them, man. We supposed to rejoice in that. You know? Because the Lord is coming, the Lord doing his thing, man. All the way up until we in the kingdom. We there.
That's why we gotta have faith.
We made it. That's it. No more tears, man. Now it's time to fuck. It's time to get down. It's time it's time to set up policy. It's time to beat ass.
Yep.
It's time to eat. It's time to really drink some strong drinks.
Drink
Time
beer.
to rest.
Yeah.
God damn it, man. Because if you're a prophet, you've never been mirthful on the fucking planet Earth. Right? If you're a prophet of the Lord, you've never had a mirthful period.
Yeah, the goon.
You've just been a prophet of doom.
Probably doing
You've been a bitter prophet for lifetime.
You always got, you know, even having subconscious weights on you, man. That you ain't even conscious that you even carrying, man. Light bills, I still, you know, after the live stream, I still got to figure out what I'm going to eat. That's a subconscious mind frame that'll be free, man. We will have escaped these chains. It'll be a whole nother frequency of thinking. We won't have the burden of one woman.
The law's gonna be fully innocent with no more sin, trespass.
It'll be that, the requiring shawl, but not the spirit of building.
That's right, brother. There you go. There you go. You know, setting up, really setting up, you know, righteous policies throughout the planet, the earth, man. Exploring, you know, being able to maneuver intergalactically.
Yeah,
drinking intergalactical wine from a whole other planet. Hey, have you ever drunk intergalactical wine from a whole other planet? That it's a variety of grapes that you didn't even know existed. It's been 84 million years. This is what we're dealing with. A whole nother higher frequency is on the way, man. So wake the fuck up. So that, hey, with that, man, we're gonna wrap it up. You know, that was the, you know, Lord willing, that was edifying.
Beautiful.
And we pray that spirit jumped on you, brothers, through this technology, through this internet. We pray that spirit jolted you, that it lifted you up, that it made you happy, that it made you smile, and it gave you more life, man. All right. So you know, shalom to the elect. We're gonna wrap it up, giving our praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
All right, double honors once again to the apostles and the elders. Peace and safety to the elect. Wake up, stay up,
and stay awake. Shalom.
Shalom.
Yes.
Sir.
Stay up.
Oh, I'm sorry.